In the world of Turkish cinema and television, there are names that have transcended, and one of the most prominent is Can Yaman. His career is not only a testament to personal success, but also a symbol of innovation in a traditionally rigid system. Throughout his career, he has managed to overcome countless obstacles, showing that creativity and perseverance can break through the barriers of the status quo. In Turkey, a country with deep cultural roots and bureaucratic structures in cinema, standing out is no easy task. Tradition and resistance to change make it difficult for innovative projects to thrive. However, Can Yaman has proven that these barriers are fragile, and with his determination, he has clearly shown that true talents can shine even in a system that often suppresses novelty. The actor has fought against those who try to dismantle his projects and destroy his talent, a common reality in the Turkish film industry. The actor has fought against those who try to dismantle his projects and destroy his talent, a common reality in the Turkish film industry, but despite the challenges and criticism, Yaman has stayed on course, proving with each step that his artistic vision knows no limits. This has made him a figure who inspires other artists to fight for their authenticity despite external pressure. His leap into the international arena, particularly his involvement in projects in Italy, has been a clear demonstration of his bravery and desire to take his art beyond Turkish borders. In a country with a rich cultural tradition, facing the industry from the outside is a challenge, but Can Yaman has done so successfully, showing the world that his talent has a place on the global stage. But, as is the case with every success story, his rise has been accompanied by criticism and resentment. Many of those who criticized him from the beginning could not help but feel jealous of his success. However, this only reaffirms his stance that true talents always find their place, and destructive criticism is nothing more than a signal that change is inevitable. Can Yaman has shown the world what it means to be a pioneer, someone willing to challenge conventions and defend freedom of expression in art. His career symbolizes the fight against structures that limit creativity, and his success is a beacon of hope for future artists looking for a space where they can express themselves without restrictions. In the near future, we are likely to see more innovative projects following in Yaman's footsteps, not only in Turkey, but around the world. His story is a reminder that, although the path to success is filled with obstacles and challenges, authenticity, perseverance, and bravery will always prevail. So, when we look at Can Yaman, we don't just see a successful actor, we see a leader of change, a symbol of the fight for innovation in an artistic world that is finally starting to embrace diversity and originality. His success is not just a personal triumph, but a breakthrough for the entire industry, and his example will continue to inspire generations of artists who dare to dream big. In many comments, followers have expressed that although the relationship between Can and Demet seemed to be the perfect love story, the reality is much more complex. Some believe that Demet was deeply hurt by how Can distanced himself and didn't fight for her enough, which led her to decide to move on. In this sense, it is possible that her decision to marry Özgür was not as rushed as some think, but rather a way for her to heal and find emotional stability. Some believe that she simply needed time and space to get over her relationship with Can, which is why her connection with the musician was a necessary step for her. However, I can't help but think that many of Can's followers projected onto Demet some sort of expectation that she had to reciprocate his unconditional love, as if he were the only option for her. But Demet is a strong woman who has learned not to depend on anyone to find her own happiness. In this sense, her relationship with Özgür might be seen as an opportunity for her to explore other facets of herself, to grow emotionally, and to find a stability that, perhaps, she couldn't find in her relationship with Can. The comments also made it clear that, despite Demet taking a different path than Can, both will still be remembered as a special couple. In the minds of many, Demet and Can are an example of what could have been true love, if only the circumstances had been different. However, it is also important to remember that love doesn't always follow a straight path, and the decisions we make are influenced by a multitude of factors, from our own insecurities to external pressures. In this case, Demet seems to have made a decision that, although difficult, makes her feel she is following her own path and seeking what she truly wants. It is undoubtedly sad to see something as beautiful as the love between Demet and Can interrupted by misunderstandings and personal choices. However, it is also a reminder that true love is not always easy, and people evolve and change over time. As Demet's life moves forward, she is likely to find the peace she needs to heal, and perhaps one day she will look back and see that her relationship with Can was one of the most meaningful experiences of her life, even if it didn't materialize the way we all expected. In the end, Demet Özdemir is a woman who, although she may seem distant or hard to understand in her decisions, is simply someone who is searching for her happiness at her own pace. Her story with Can Yaman, although filled with love and passion, was not enough for her to stay in a place where she didn't feel completely fulfilled. Despite the criticisms and opinions of the followers, Demet remains someone who has every right to take the reins of her life and move on, no matter what others think.